The world going artificially live. Yeah, that's what this is about. For the 300 that I talked about on the last video, this is particularly for you and for those who continue to look at my videos and look at the channel, subscribe and support. This is for you also because the world is in the need of change, especially now as dire as things are. If you were, as a participant, as a viewer watching the State of the Union address this week, it was sort of a uncomfortable feeling seeing the state of the country and our president as a leader and those in politics leading the country because of how they view things and how they're gaining, how they're making rules and how they're cold and how people are dictated to stand up out of applause, just like kids in kindergarten. If you agree with what I say, this side of the room stands up and the camera views the room, and other half of the room is disgusted because of the way of the country is being ran. And I know if there's anyone else outside of the United States of America, if you're viewing the state and how our government is running our country now, I know you're thinking it's a mockery, but that's a part of the solution that we're here. So we're here. There's a need for the things that they are doing. In order to recognize there has to be a rite of true or a rite of passage for us as awakening. So the things about the Diddy party, that was just a prelude to what was about to come. Then you had the Epstein file, where you had celebrity eating children and doing all horrible things to, minors and stuff like that, just to see what America was going to do or say about what was going on. So we're really wiping away the soul because you're thinking there's nothing that can be done because of the higher authority or higher powers at that beast, so to speak. But there's nothing more higher than the consciousness and the knowing as the eternalness as God in you. With all the Christ consciousness that we have, with all the ministries that we have, with all the power of love and loyalty to God through universe's timing. It is time for this. There's the thing with the Epstein files, people, this has been going on a long time. Because back in the day when we had generals and war, fighting in tribes and, subduing other tribes and other people. Don't you know that those generals or those leaders would eat the flesh of those that they subdued to get their aura and the power within themselves, thinking that would make them stronger and think that they would get the ideas of the strategy for the ones that they subdued? So they don't tell you that in the history books, how many African Americans have been eaten, or how many people have been eaten, other than African American, in the thinking and the course of humanness being right, what they feel is right, to conquer, a right to conquer. And so a right to conquer has been here a long time before now. This is eternal timing. So there's no time limit on eternal timing. There's just change in that soul. So that's why you 300 have to know. You have to know, with the powers that be within inside of you, with you coming online and recognize how you have to perform in this matrix or in this simulation, because we're putting it before your eyes. Society is putting it before your eyes. Social media is putting it before your eyes. They're literally just putting everything out here before you and feel that you're powerless. But I'm here to tell you that you're not. So with the Chinese and China and that governmental thing they're doing over there with the robots, they're training them in military. They're already trained. People, they're already trained. So you have to step up and fess up and know that what has been given to you, much is required. So much is required. So we cannot be wiped out. It's almost as if to make you blind, because the more and more and more of you, the things that are not human that I can push on you, then the more and the more then you transform to that what's not the soul or eternal or not God. Because we in our humanness create God in a way that is gonna kind of corrupt the world system now we're here, but we are here, is what I'm saying. So they're doing it so that you won't have to. You have to say yes to whatever plans and whatever sources that they deem necessary for this to thrive. So if you're in an artificial body, you can be turned on and off at any time if you don't comply. So that's the finality of it. So you have to know. You have to know this is a serious state of concentrating your creation. So, and they try to bamboozle us with sports and entertainment. And I'm just going to tell you the truth about this little thing of sports entertainment, betting in sports. It's all to keep you distracted. So to keep you distracted, that's it. Because a person, or 5 guys, how many guys on the court, throwing a ball in a hoop. Do you know how minute it is that they pay them to throw a ball in the hoop to get us entertained? How do you see yourself for hours looking at gentlemen throw a ball in a hoop, which you can do yourself, purchase at any store? Go get you a hoop and a ball and shoot it, and be just as great doing whatever you do, creating in the world, being just as great whatever you do creating in the world. So is what I'm saying. So you have to realize the seriousness of the mind and the psyche, and that's what I'm here to tell you today. I'm glad that I was a part of it. I'm glad that I will continue to be a part of it. Don't continue to be juked, because that's what it is. It's a time to stand up, and it's time to recognize you as truth. That's why you're online now. So continue to be online. This is Sean taking your pain. I love you. You're powerful in the soul. Powerful in the soul. You're needed. I need you. We need you. We need you. As you can see, be truthful to yourself. Welcome. I'll see you soon in the soul. This is Sean taking your pain. Be easy, because this is easy. So this is too easy.